Hello, welcome, everyone. How are you all doing today? It is Monday. It is the Monday before Election Day. So, if you got a little anxiety, a little nerves like me, like, let me know in the chat. It's all good. Safe space. As you all are joining in, give me a hey, hi, how are you doing? Just want to know. Let me know where you're joining from. I am coming to you all from Texas, originally from Baltimore, Maryland, and I just want to know where you all are joining from. All right, today's topic is really about using your personal brand to advancing your career as a woman of color. And I'm going to be talking a lot about personal branding in the next few weeks. Um, and I want you all to really understand why personal branding is the fastest way to advancing your career and get that six-figure promotion. If you want to increase your income, hard work is not the answer. Getting another degree or certification is not going to always be the answer either. I did a post a couple of days ago where I talked about what no one is telling women of color about how to go from middle management to executive leadership, right? And those things even work if you want to go from like middle management to even owning your own business. You need to be thinking differently, you need to show up differently, you need to behave differently. So we're taught, if you're like me, then you were taught hard work, hard work, hard work. In fact, I've heard since I was a child, you have to work twice as hard for half as much. I now see that is not true. When we follow that narrative, we work twice as hard for half as much. We're chasing our tails, we're in a loop. We then see that other people have left us, and now our boss, who has less education, less experience, and less expertise than us, is now over top of us and making more money. So I really today want to talk about this concept of personal branding, right? What is it? Why it is the best and the fastest way to advancing your career and land a six-figure promotion, and some things that you all can do. All right. So that's what today is going to be about. If you all are new to my channel, if you're new to my network, hey, how you doing? Let me know. I love seeing my YouTube people. If you're watching me on YouTube, give me a hey, hi. If you're Team Live, hashtag Team Live, Team Replay, y'all know, love it. Give me hashtag Team Replay. But I love to see y'all out there. Quick introduction. I am Latrice. Hey, career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color. And it is my mission and my movement to put more women of color in positions of power and leadership roles. Because when women of color, when we have more money, when we control our own career and our own narrative, we help everybody around us, not just us. Our families do better. We donate more to our communities, to our church, we help our family, we help our friends. We do more with our resources. So it is my mission to help you get more resources. And here's the caveat, and I like to say this: without sacrificing your personal freedom and family time. What you're not going to hear me say and talk about, you guys, is like work 60 hours a week. We don't need to work like that. This is why personal branding comes in. This is why. All right. So, if you all have any questions before we get started, let me know. I want to kind of hear from you all as we're going through this as well. I am also going to be hosting a 3-day live training on how to secure the bag, how to secure that six-figure promotion as a woman of color in 2025 and beyond. So, we're really going to be talking about what is going on in the world and how we can utilize our own gifts, our personal brand to get ahead without working hard, without sacrificing personal freedom and family time. If you're interested in that, it is completely free. I'm going to be hosting the first one, I want to say December 3rd. I'm going to be hosting it. Let me double check. In December 3rd, if you all are interested in that, put branding in the comments. And I do have a pre-recorded workshop that I'll give to you all as well. But if you want to join that live one, that 3-day one, and get access to that, put branding in the comments, and you'll go ahead. Let me see. I'm going to put this up so you all know to put it in there. Put branding in the comments, and you'll get access to that. Comments. All right, there we go. There we go. Put branding in the comments. You'll get access to the free 3-day workshop. And I'll send you the replay of my current workshop that I just did, How to Land a Six-Figure Promotion as a Woman of Color. This is all for you all free. So let's talk about let's talk about personal branding, why it is the fastest way to advancing in your career as a woman of color. All right. This is what nobody is telling you. At some point in your career, you will max out on hours on hard work. Have you all heard hard work? The key to success is hard work. It can't be. It's not enough hours in the day for it to be hard work. And I can guarantee you, if you're watching this, if you're attracted to my energy, you're already working hard. And so what happens is when we think hard work is the key, when we look around and we're like, Latrice, well, damn, I'm already working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. I can't work anymore. Therefore, I must be maxed out in my career. And that's not true because now this is where personal branding comes in, and your network is now more valuable and more important than your hard work. How many of you all have seen and have witnessed somebody who is not the best worker, doesn't work the most hours, but they network, but they have a great community around them and they're advancing in their career? You could probably think of somebody right now that you worked with or that you used to work with who you like, they weren't the hardest worker, they weren't the laziest either, but the way they find new jobs, the way they get raises and promotions, like what's their secret? It is probably because they are networking and they're using their network. It is not enough to collect connections, which I know a lot of people do. You actually have to be building your brain. Tell people, what are you about? Communicating with your network. Right. This is why when we got hard, well, I always talk about your network versus your hard work. And this is where you will see if you're maxing out on hours. Or how many of y'all like Latrice? I just don't even want to be working all these hours, right? This is where your personal brand comes in. This is why I say this is the fastest way and the best way to advancing your career and increase your salary. And increase your salary. This is one of the things when I teach my clients that it is about their personal brand versus their hard work and versus their education. That's going to be the next thing I get on to. They're like, Latrice, stop playing. They're like, it cannot be this easy. I'm like, but it can be not easy, simple. They're like, it cannot be this simple. I'm like, yes, it is, though. Yes, it is. Right. Hey, Brianna. Let me know if your name is Brianna. My daughter's name is spelled like this and it's Brianna. So let me know if it's Brianna or Brianna. She says, branding. All right. We are going to get you that access to the workshop. You'll get the immediate one and you're also going to get the free access to the 3-day training as well. Loving that. Okay. Here's the next thing, and I touched a little bit on this. When it comes to career advancement and education, I'm gonna talk about education and certification. I'm gonna separate these. I'm gonna just separate them. I know we want to put them together, but let's just separate this for a little bit. How many of you all have heard education, education, education? You get your education, you get your degree, girl, you are set. Raise your hand, give me a hey, give me a Y if you've heard of that. Brianna says yes. Yes. Oh, Brianna, yes. Let me know if that's what y'all heard. Okay. That is also what I heard growing up. Like it was drilled into me by my dad, by my family, by my sisters of like, you get this degree and you are set for the rest of your life. And this is what I had to tell my clients, and I'm going to share with this with you all. Education is not the career strategy it used to be. It is not. I have literally spoken to women who have. I spoke to them. She had 3 master's degrees and she wasn't making over 50,000. Where yeah, I have clients with bachelor degrees and they're making 6 figures and beyond. I have one client with a bachelor's degree. She's upwards of 200K. And this is because she used her personal brand, not just depending on her education. Now, your education can be a part of your brand, but it is not your brand and it is not the sole indicator of your career advancement either. I'm sorry. Let me know. If I snatch some edges and bust your bubble, let me know. I'm sorry. Do y'all know how many times I hear people say, I want to make more money, so I'm going to go back to school? And I'll be like, for like, what are you going to get? They'll be like, I don't know. Like, well, we got to know. I'll be like, where do you want to go in your career? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, then how do you know you're on the right path? What is it that you want to do? Do you have expertise in that already? What is it that you need to get? What do you think this education will do for you? A lot of times I see people get education and the only thing it does for them, honestly, and now if you've got a bachelor's degree and then you have a master's, and now I'm talking, you're like, I want to get another master's or another PhD. The main thing that I see it does for them is boost their confidence. And you do not need to spend tens of thousands of dollars to boost your confidence. You can do that right inside my program. And here's the thing, I'm not saying don't get education. I have a degree myself. I am saying that make sure it is correlated and aligned with where you want to go in your career, and make sure it is necessary and required. If you can find, I'm going to say 3 examples of people in the role that you want to be in who don't have an advanced degree or don't have that same degree, then you know it is possible. Right? So before you go back and get multiple degrees, I want you to think about how can you build your personal brand. And let me say this. Again, I'm all for degrees, but what I find is that you will pause your career, especially the women that come to me. They will pause their career growth, their career advancement. Stop applying, stop looking, stop talking about their accomplishments, stop building their network, and stop building their brand to go back to school. And then all of their focus is on going back to school. That's why I'm saying building your personal brand is the fastest way to advancing your career as a woman of color, because going back to school could take several months to several years. And in the meantime, you got Joe Smo over here and Amanda and whoever else outpacing you. They're not going back to school. They're building their brand, they're building their network, they're telling people about their accomplishments, right? They're articulating their value. They're talking about what they want to be known for. They're making moves while you embracing and getting another master's degree is stalling you out in your career. Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if you've even done this before. All right. I've come across a lot of women who have done this. And all I do is ask them, like, is this the pace that you want? Is this what you want? Or is this what you think is required and necessary? What if there's a different way and a faster way? But let me know. All right. Alicia says branding. We're gonna get that to you. Brianna said, okay, it is Brianna. Yes, my daughter's name is spelled the exact same way. So I love that name. It says L Owens. Let me know your first name. She's Brandon. We'll get that to you. Is this Lavanya? Let me know if I said your name right. Such a pretty name. I love that. Janelle says, how do I figure out what I want to do? Okay, you can start. I have a whole process, but let's just start with what is it that you don't want. You can always start by like what you don't want. Like sometimes we know I don't want to work for a large company. Sometimes we know I don't want to do the same thing every day. Or there are people who are like, no, I want to go in, I want to do the same thing every day. Like I want to know exactly what's expected of me and I just want to do that. You can start with what you want. We have a whole thing, we do a career life integration model with my clients, and then we do I have them like really focus on the skills that they don't like and that they do like. And you can almost craft a job description from that. And then you can put it in like Indeed, you can put the skills in LinkedIn, and you will see roles come up. So you can kind of build your own job description and then see what that title should be, right? That's one way of doing it. But I do work with my clients to really get clear on what do you want. So here's the thing. Before you go back to school, I would get very, very clear on what it is you want to do in your career, right? Let me really quickly, and let me know if that helped you now. Here's the next thing. Certifications are, all right, here's the thing. How many of you all, I just want to know, let's just say for fun, in the last year, got a certification or is thinking about getting a certification? Like if you're like, all right, 2024, I feel like I need to get more certifications. Just you can be like me, raise your hand, let me know. Safe space, safe space. I will tell you all the certifications, maybe even more than the education. I literally talk to women every single day, and they're like, Latrice, I'm getting this certification, so I'm stopping looking for a job. I'm getting this certification, so I don't need to do anything with my career right now. I even had one person say she had 14 certifications, and she was like, I just want to make sure I know everything they're talking about. What are you 14? I was like, and so I was like, in the time that you're getting the 14 certifications, how did they move the needle in your career? How did it move? Brianna says to me, safe space, y'all, safe space. And here's the thing. I have certificate. Don't get me wrong. I had the PHR, the SPHR, and one for employment law. Love me some certifications. And those certifications were directly related and correlated to my career progression. Like each time I got a certification, I got either an increase in my salary or a promotion, and or both. If you can't directly see that path, no. I had one person, I was talking to her, she was like, I want to work for a small to mid-sized company doing, let's say, project management. Well, she was like, I looked at this large company, looked at their role, and it said this certificate. I was like, there's a misalignment there. I don't even think it was in project management. I was like, if we when you don't know what you want, right, this is why knowing what you want is so important, and knowing your brand. And your brand is just, what are your gifts, what is the thing that you are best at, what is the problem that you solve for companies, and how do you solve it better, faster than the next person because you're using your gifts. That's what we mean by brand. So when I'm talking about like networking, articulating your value, all of that is mixed into your brand, but you're utilizing your gifts and your natural talents. Okay, so I just want to make sure we're clarifying that. And when you utilize what comes easy to you, you're going to do it better, faster, naturally advance better than the next person, right? But when you're like, I want to do this, you're looking at a job description that doesn't correlate, and you think I need to meet all the qualifications, and it's this obscure word, skill, or certification, and you're like, I need to get that. And what happens is we typically think, I need to get that before I apply. And instead of getting it and applying, what I've seen is that we get it, say, I don't think I know enough. Get another certification. Now we're getting a certification in project management leadership. Oh, it says something about Excel. Now I'm getting a certification in advanced Excel. Oh, now I'm getting I need an agile I need a certification in what is it called? Agile. Y'all let me know. It's something with agile that everybody's getting. Then it's like, oh, you know what? It says it now I need a certification in instructional design. These are the most common ones I'm hearing. Oh, now I need a certification in AI. I need a certification in AI, right? A certification in AI in AI HR, Latrice. Now I need to, like, what are we doing? And so instead of making moves in your career, you're collecting certifications. Thank you. All right, Brianna. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Brianna, thank you. Safe space. Janelle's like me. Hey, Tanisha. Tanisha, like me. This is a safe space, y'all. This is a safe space. The safe space. And this has come up so much. And I've seen it stall so many women. That's why I was like, I have to talk about this today. The certification, even more than the education, because I feel like with the education, they'll think twice. Like it's more of a thought process because it's a commitment of more time and more money. But a certification, you're like, oh, I can be certified in 3 months. That's no problem. But then we pause everything for those 3 months. We get the certification, and then we're like, oh, but I need this other thing. So instead of applying and making moves in our career, we collect another certification. And here's the thing, I have no doubt that you are brilliant. I just want you all to take this in. No one is doubting your brilliance, but this is coming from the feeling of I am not enough. Let that sink in. If you find yourself collecting certifications, you are brilliant right now as you are, sis. This is coming from some sort of feeling or thought of I am not enough. So we have to keep getting more and more and more and more instead of actually making the moves to advance in our career. Like I have a client and she just did a whole testimonial and she wanted to switch. She wanted to switch careers, like pivot into a new career. She got one certification, utilized that and got into this new career. One. Sometimes it is required, but it should be one. If you're looking and you got 17 certifications or 14, even five, ask yourself, is this making the moves? Are you going in the direction you want, or did you just pause on your career? And why did you do that? Because utilizing your brand means I can get one certification or I can use the experience and expertise I have right now and position myself as the best candidate when I apply for these roles. That's what branding does. If you're like, no, I'm a quick learner. I can pick up the pace. I have the ability to connect with others. I have the ability to influence and impact others. That can be your personal brand and a gift. And if you are like, let's say project management, I'm saying a lot of people wanted to go into project management. If you're like, I can influence others and get them to move and get them to complete things on a deadline, the certification is great, right? Don't get me wrong, but you can get a role as a project manager before you have that PMP. And those PMPs, I know women, they take a long time. And I know women who have it and they are brilliant, and then they are still like, I don't feel like enough. They want to get something else. Do not pause your brilliance. Do not pause your career. We're going to utilize our personal brand and only get the certifications we need that we will actually use and leverage to move the needle. If you're collecting them, that's not advancing in your career. And yes, I am speaking to my sisters here. Yes, I am speaking to women of color. And that includes, I've seen Hispanic women, Asian women, Black women. We do this. And that underlying feeling is, I'm not enough, so I need to collect more. But if we don't satisfy that feel, nothing will satisfy that feeling. That is an internal thing that we need to clear up. Because again, I've seen the extreme of somebody with 14 certifications who paused her career and still standing still. I'm talking to someone who had 3 master's degrees, you guys, and wasn't making over 50,000. Where we had people with bachelor's degrees making 200. I had a client, and one of my clients, she had a high school diploma, she had some college, and she was making 160,000. I'm sharing these stories so you all know the difference between utilizing your brilliance and building your personal brand versus collecting certifications and just using education as a career strategy. All right. Safe space. Let me see. Janelle says most job descriptions, the keyword is preferred. Yes, it's preferred. It's preferred. So if the keyword, and I'm gonna give y'all a little secret here. So if the keyword is preferred, thank you, Janelle, for bringing that up. This is how you can utilize it. Familiarize yourself with whatever that certification technology, familiarize yourself with that. You can go on YouTube, you can Google it, you can use AI, right? And if you feel like it is something that you really need that would give you a step above the rest, you can still process it. I mean, you can still be in the process of getting it while you're moving in your career. So now you can put that on your resume. You can say I'm pursuing or actively enrolled and getting this certification. Now you have that keyword on your resume. Now you have that keyword on your LinkedIn. You don't need to have it completed and done yet. And a lot of times they'll say must have it within a year. If it's something required, a lot of times they'll give you 6 to 12 months to get it anyway. And then here's the thing too, when you really want a certification, like I had a client, she wanted to be an HR director, but she really felt like she needed the SHRM, like either the PHR or the SHRM CP, like she really felt like she needed some sort of HR certification. And I was like, hey, again, you are brilliant. Look at all these things that you have achieved. List your achievements on your resume. Build your personal brand. Talk about how HR is your passion and the unique way that you help them solve their problems and what you've done in your previous company. And then you can negotiate the certification. That is exactly what she did. And the company that she works for now paid for her HR certification. So I'm sharing with you all how you can really see that building your personal brand, being able to articulate your value is the fastest way to advance in your career, especially as a woman of color. And then if it's still a certification or education that you want, you can still get that and you can just negotiate and have the company pay for it. Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if you all have ever thought about that of like, oh, what if I don't get it now? What if I'm pursuing it and I can still apply to these roles? Or I'm building my brand, I'm sharing my accomplishments, I'm showing them the impact that I've made on these companies and the problem I solve. So therefore, I can negotiate the certification. Let me know. Lavanya says, you touched on networking. I love to hear more about how to be intentional and purposeful with networking. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Thank you, Lavanya. Networking is my favorite, favorite, favorite tool. All right. I put networking under personal branding because when I teach my clients, it's like once you know your personal brand and you have your statement, that should be your intro when you're networking. That should be your intro when you're connecting with people on LinkedIn. It should be on your headline when you're introducing yourself at a conference or a workshop. It should be like, hey, I'm Latrice. I'm known for helping women of color land six-figure promotions, right? Using their personal brand. See that? Right. Right, like it's your foundational statement. I've had my clients even talk about how they went into an interview, they started talking, like the first thing they did was talk about their brand. They was like, it went smoothly from there. So, how to be intentional with networking? One of the things I always recommend is that when you're looking for people to connect with in person or on LinkedIn, but let's say LinkedIn, start connecting with people who are in your ideal role, people who can refer you for your ideal role. So, people who can hire you is like people in that same job title. People who can refer you would be who would be your colleagues. A recruiter is a referral. HR, unless you're looking to get an HR, they are a referral. Um, and let me know, is MPA, let me know, is that Master's in Public Administration? Let me know what MPA stands for, what type of role you're looking for, Lavanya, and I can give you a specific example. And then who could hire you? Okay. So who would be your hiring manager? Who would be that person that you're interviewing with? And what I recommend is to connect with them on LinkedIn, use a note saying, hey, I'm looking to get, let's say it's, public health, right? I'm looking to connect with other leaders in the public health industry. Would you like to know? Oh, I'm looking to network with other people, with other leaders in the public health industry. Would you like to network on LinkedIn? They can simply, usually people will say yes and accept your connection. From there, you can say, thank you so much. I looked at your profile. I noticed your career progression and you currently work here. Would you mind having a 15-minute chat about how you progressed in your career? And you'd be shocked how many people would be like, sure, I get on a 15-minute call, or now you could do voice notes. Like I leave voice notes all the time. People are so willing to give you advice. When it comes to in person and one on one, let me tell y'all, I am very intentional when it comes to networking. You know how people are like, you should network with everybody. I believe that, but I have a certain amount of time here. Right? Like I'm going to tell you what, I went to a conference in May, a recruiters conference. It was amazing. Anytime I'm at a conference, if I had a choice between networking and a session, I always choose to network. They recorded these sessions, they sent them to me in the email and everything. I'm only going to have one chance to be in front of this person. So always choose networking. I try to set up meetings too. A lot of times they have the apps where you can connect with people before you go to an event. I try to set up a couple of those, but I do intentionally kind of highlight, hey, I really want to talk to this person. I like to talk to the speakers. Again, I like to talk to people who can like refer me or work with me. Now, if someone comes up to me, I talk to anybody. Y'all know I'm I'm open. If you've ever met me in person, it's pretty much this is it. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Right? But I do believe in being intentional and purposeful with networking. Meaning, if you're interested in advancing your career and you want a new job or a new promotion, I'd be talking with people and I'd be like, hey, it was so great chatting with you. Just so you know, I'm public administration. I'm looking for a leadership role. So if you ever hear anything, just keep me in mind. And I give them my card and I'd be like, let's connect on LinkedIn. And I would be connecting with them right then and there. So let me. That's girl. I'm giving you all the secrets. This is stuff I say for the clients. Let me know, Lavanya, if this makes sense. Like with my clients, when they have these events, we have whole sessions on how to network and get the most. Like especially now that the world is open up with an in-person event, and how to be very intentional. I will say this and then I'll move on. If you're an introvert, and I work with a lot of clients who are introverts, I think it's because of my energy. I tend to attract a lot of introverts. If you're a little more introverted, what I recommend is to start with people with a similar energy vibe as you. You can start there, and then you do need to be moving up to like your targeted list. And but if you need to take a break, go to the bathroom, get a drink, step out, you do that to kind of get your energy back, and then we're going to finish networking. But yes, I am a firm believer. Do y'all want me to do a whole session on networking? Let me know. Put networking in there. I could do a whole session on networking. I built my business networking, my career networking. This is why I put networking under personal branding, because it changed everything for me. So let me know if you all like Latrice, you want to hear more about networking, put networking in the comments. Let me know. All right, Lavanya, let me know if that answered your question. Girl, I gave you a whole strategy. You should be out here networking. Janelle says, I would love to see 160. Yes, yes. Janelle, let me know what your CRC R stands for. Let me just say, I love that you all are putting your credentials behind your name too. That is one of the first things I recommend people do. So I love that. Hey, Missy. She says, Happy Monday. I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. No, happy Monday, ladies. Happy Monday. I'm giving you all the secrets. But let me just say this little caveat. We're going to have a quick interlude for here. Please vote. We're just gonna have a quick interlude. Please vote. Your voice is important. You are important. You matter. So if you have not already, I voted early. But please vote between today and tomorrow. Please, please vote. You matter. Your voice is heard. All right. Want to make sure I said that. I will probably say it again towards the end as well. All right. She says, yes, public administration. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. Director of people or talent. And you have a master's in here. So my background is human resources too, Samantha. So I know what all those, I know what your credentials stand for. So let me know what you mean. Director of people and talent, is that your ideal role, or the people you would be, or people you would be connecting with? Let me know. But yes, if you have a job title in mind, let's say if you're looking to connect with people and talent, what else would they be called? So, director of people, you're now seeing more things about director of people operations, director of talent management. Those are all the people you want to connect with if they would be your boss. If this is the role that you're going after, then Samantha, who would be hiring you? Usually it's going to be the churro, that chief HR officer, the chief people officer. We're seeing those titles. Oh, that's your ideal role. Okay. So then, yes, you want to connect with people with that job title. And then who is going to be the person that can hire you? Right. So it's going to be that churro, that VP of HR, like who is hiring directors. I'd be connecting with them. And here's another thing. All right, I'm gonna tell you all this and then we're gonna move on. Do not just connect and hit the notification bell twice, because you want to get notified each time they post. Because people at VP levels and officer levels, they're not just posting what they have for lunch. They're going to be posting about things with their company and roles that they're hiring for. And you want to be the first to know, and you want to be in their like realm. You want to be on their radar. So when you see that post, you like it and you comment. Now I'm really giving it to y'all because that strategy has literally gotten my clients roles. I had a client who was declined from the online system, like the applicant tracking system. She was declined. She used this method, connected with the hiring manager, saw that they posted the job. She liked it and commented on it, and then they were in her inbox. She got the interview. She got the offer. So I'm giving you all the behind the scenes stuff right here. All right. And if you are just joining, did I tell you all about the workshop we have coming up? So I have a 3-day training coming up on how to secure the bag, how to landing the 6-figure role as a woman of color in 2025 and beyond. I'm going to be talking all about personal branding. We're also going to be talking about mindset, building your confidence, and how to use modern strategies. Because even if you used a job search strategy in 2021, you cannot use that in 2024 and 2025. Just put branding in the comments. And Benjamin, I see you. I'm gonna get to you too, brother. Put branding in the comments, and you'll be I'll give you the link to a workshop that you can watch right now, and you'll automatically be put on my list to get the free 3-day workshop. And that's going to be it's going to be live, and it's going to be in December, like live virtually. And at the end of the first day, wink, wink, I'm telling you all first, I'm going to be doing free LinkedIn audits. All right. So if you want your free LinkedIn audit, show up live to the workshop. And at the end, I'll be doing free LinkedIn lives. So just put branding in the comments if you want access to that. Thank you, Benjamin. He says, I'm not a lady, but I'm learning a lot here. Thank you. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Thank you. All right, Lamont, networking. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do a whole separate thing on networking then, y'all. Networking. Janelle says my biggest thing is feeling like I'm not educated. What? CR is a certified revenue cycle representative through HFMA. Wow. Okay, girl. Okay. See, this is that I'm feeling that not enough feeling. You have to know. Okay. I'm getting a little bit into the mindset too, but I'm gonna just go here. Y'all, sometimes our brains lie to us to protect us, and we don't want to listen to it. You are educated enough. Y'all, let me ask you this, Janelle. Have you seen somebody that doesn't have your credentials, that doesn't have your education, making more money than you? Right? Like you are educated enough. And I'm going to just tell you all this. If y'all and I know the type of people that I attract this a very A-type personality too, right? I know you are enough. You have to know it. This is where building our confidence, this is where going against the conditioning, says this is nothing more than societal conditioning that is making you feel like you are not enough, but you are enough and you do have enough education. All right. And here's the thing, you know, if you're missing something, and usually, and I tell people it's just one thing. And if I'm honest, 9 times out of 10, the women who come to me don't need any more education or another daggone certification. They just need to help building their brand and gaining more confidence. That's it. Oh, Samantha says, my ideal role, networks. Benjamin says, networking is very important. Yes. Like I told you, I built my career and my business on networking. I've gotten on podcasts, I've had paid speaking engagements, I've gotten clients, I've gotten corporate clients, all from networking. And when you network, like, and branding and your network is under personal branding, it is so much easier. You know, all these processes they tell you to go through. Even I'll tell you, I secured like a like a 5-figure contract, you guys, like corporate contract, just from networking, like building my brand. I had already had a reputation, building my brand and networking. So let me be an example of what is possible. All right, Lavanya says branding. Tanisha says branding. Yes, I cannot wait. Okay, let me. Yeah, it's telling me I have more comments, but I can't see them. No worries. I'm going to double check my phone. All right. If you all have any other questions, any other comments, feel free, let me know. I appreciate all my hashtag live people. If you're watching the replay, because I always get tons of people watching the replay, feel free to put in your comments. Feel free to put in branding, and we will still make sure you get access to that information. And remember, your voice matters. Your vote matters. Please, you all go out and vote. All right. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to put this here to put branding in. Again, any other questions, just feel free to put them in the comments. But you all have a wonderful night. Bye.